How's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to do another tuning video. But this one's going to be a little bit different because it's going to be my first non-Traxxas engine to tune. And it's the OS, what is it? The OS 21 TM. And the way I got this engine was I bought me a used Revo right before Christmas, and this was in that Revo, and I paid like $175 for the Revo, and it's in really good shape, and it had this engine in there, and I'm gonna run that Revo off-road. So I didn't want to put this engine through that, so I decided to put it in my Street Slayer. We're short on time this morning because we got a cold front coming in a couple hours, and the temperatures are really supposed to drop. I went ahead and set the carburetor back to pretty much the factory settings that Traxxas uses, but the high-speed needle, well, I guess I have the high-speed needle flush with the top of the cylinder. I don't know what you call that. Right here, if you can see it, I have the needle flushed with the valve, the top of the valve, and the low speed is flushed with the throttle shaft, and I have a 0.5 millimeter idle gap on it. It's a little bit high. It's flush now. And this one has the mid-speed needle on it, the mid-speed screw. I don't know nothing about the mid-speed, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. And I have it flush with the carburetor housing also. So basically all my needles are flush. Now it's 48 degrees. Let me get my start. just going to bring the engine up to about 100 degrees, but I'm not breaking it in or anything. I'm just going to, and that way it'll, being so cold, it won't be hard on the starter when it's cranking. And it's pretty windy, so it's going to be hard to heat it up. Got about 85. Excited to see how this compares to the 3.3. I already like the 3.3, so I hope I don't like it too much, but I hate this. Because these motors are expensive. These motors right here are like, I think about 325, 350 bucks just for the engine, and I paid $175 for the Revo and this engine in it. So I think I got a pretty good deal. And I did take the motor apart and cleaned it. It was setting up a long time, and make sure everything was lubricated good. Same way with the carburetor. Went through the carburetor and cleaned everything. A little bit more. Trying to get my steering. It's going straight now. And on my TSM, I always like just about a quarter turn on the TSM. It's real rich. I think I leaned a high speed about 6 hours. Screwed into high speed 6 hours. Still really rich. in the high speed another 3 hours. Screwed in the high speed another 3 hours. Screwed it in another 3 hours, and that was too much. You can hear it cutting out. So I screwed it back out 3 hours. So I'm gonna call that good. Okay, I'm going to do a high speed pass, and then when I change the fuel line, so we can figure out where our low speed is set. Got about 2 seconds, so I'm going to richen up the low speed. Piston to the bottom. Sorry, to the bottom. So after I did the low speed check test, it should tell us we're lean. So I'm going to richen up the low speed. About 2 hours. So I screwed out the low speed needle 2 hours. do the fuel line pinch test again. We're still a little bit lean on the low speed, so I'm gonna reach up just an hour. I'm gonna go 1 hour richer on the low speed. I want 1 hour leaner on the high speed. Didn't really notice too much difference. So I'm gonna say we're good on the high speed. Go much. Go any leaner on the high speed, it's going to start cutting out. And we're good on the low speed. So it's tuned in right there. And our temperature is... It's a little cool yet, so I'm gonna leave it right there, and I'm gonna fill it up, put the body on it, and then just drive it. I'll say one thing, it tuned in quick. It's not the ideal day to be tuning in the engine. But I was kind of just wanting to see how this engine performed. the Rich in that. I heard it getting lean. I went about an hour or two richer on the high speed. Well, I normally run up there in that parking lot. It's really windy in there, so that's why I parked over here today. Check the temperature on it. 230 degrees, so it's I'd say it's pretty good. I didn't even touch the idle screw, and it's got a pretty good idle on it. Got a half a tank of fuel. I brought my off-road Slayer over here the other day and put a tune on it, and you definitely can feel the difference in the handling once you set them up for the street. This one handles really well, where that other one, man, it wouldn't. I could barely keep it straight. I'm hearing some, I'm at the reaching that high speed up. I guess since my tank's getting lower, it's causing it to. Whoa. Maybe my low speed. low speed seems to be really leaning also. So I'm going to richen up the low speed a couple hours. And maybe for the reason because I didn't get the temperatures up earlier. I'll set my high speed back where it was. I'm gonna give the low speed just a little bit richer, just the slightest amount. Alright, for my first impressions on the OS engine, it seemed like it tuned in quicker than the .3. Seemed like it was easier to find a tune on it. And I also noticed that the engine, the OS, it talks to you more. When it's rich and when it's lean, it will tell you where the the 3.3 and the Traxxas engines are 2.5. It's not as obvious when they're on the, when they're running too lean or too rich. So that would definitely make it easier for someone that's just beginning to tune, because you can really hear the engine change, went from rich to lean like that. Still think that low speed may be too lean. Still right at 230. it doesn't quite rev as high as the 3.3 does. It's pretty close. About 210. Temperature and it was 210. Yeah, perfect. It's out of fuel, so I'm gonna run the. I'll make sure the rest get all of it. To the bottom, and it's done. Yeah, the biggest thing I see different in this motor is that it talks to you more. It tells you when it's lean or when it's too rich. It's real noticeable. Where the 3.3 and a 2.5, they don't really tell you. The lean condition and the rich condition, they're not real obvious. So that's why it's important when you're tuning in a 3.3 and a 2.5 that you use the fuel line pinch test, because you got to go before you ever hear the lean condition. You're going to be really lean. Where this one, it tells you pretty quick. And I might actually even richen the low speed up just a little bit more on this one. So it seems like the lower the tank gets, when the tank gets lower, it starts leaning out a little bit too much on the low side. So I'm gonna go ahead and richen that low speed up. But otherwise, I think it's a pretty good motor. Would I buy one to replace my 3.3? As of now, I would say no. I don't see enough. I don't see that big of an improvement. The 3.3 is a good engine. This is going to be a good engine. It's probably going to last longer than the 3.3, but I'm not going to spend that much money to to replace the 3.3 anyways. I'm done. Talk to you later.